And we'll get into it, guys. Okay, hey everyone, how are you all doing? If you have any questions at any time, drop us a link. Use the chat box on Zoom. Let us know what's your kind of position with Instagram right now. Are you guys using Instagram? Are you getting any success from it? And what are your biggest questions? And basically, I'll just hand over straight to Leon, who can give you a very quick introduction about himself and what he does. And yeah, Leon, it's over to you. Whatever you want to do with the guys, now is your time.
Hey guys, so I'm Leon, if you guys haven't seen me before, and I've been working in the fitness space in terms of like Instagram for the last like 3-4 years now, and I've been helping coaching fitness trainers and gym owners how to use Instagram to like get more awareness, get more clients all through Instagram, and just like simplifying it as much as possible to like make it easier for you, and just to use it more and more to get more clients, get more comfortable with the app, and just getting more awareness. So so yeah, we've been working with Justin for almost a year soon, and yeah, so let's jump into it in terms of what you guys should be doing right now in terms of Instagram. So I think the first thing is to make sure to update your bio in terms of what you're offering, because I see still some people have not updated their bio to say like, oh, if you offer like a stay-at-home program or something like that. And if some people are still not including like some sort of call to action to work with you, like what's the first step towards applying for that, or how does it work to sign up for the program? So you should update your bio links as well, because I see some people, they still didn't update anything. So that should be the first thing that you guys should be updating. So if you guys have that set up on your Instagram, like your bio link is updated with your newest offer, and you tell them in the bio like, oh, you have your new program, to state it right there. So have you guys done that already, or you guys?
So where's everyone starting on Instagram right now, guys? Before we even talk about offers and stuff, like where are you guys with Instagram? I mean, who's really doing anything consistent? Is anyone posting consistently on Instagram? Let us know in the chat. The more we can kind of tailor this to you. So what is your starting point in Instagram? Have you ever used it? Do you post anything consistent at all? Who's posting at least one story every day? Maybe you don't post on the feed as much, but who posts like daily stories, for example? Adam is a post, but not every day. He's got 400 followers. Leon, can you see the chat messages here?
Yeah, I see them pop up on the screen one at a time.
Co-host, you might get more options then. So I've got a couple of questions really. I would say, Leon, are you seeing that Instagram is like a really good opportunity right now for Fit Pros, or can they really make the most of it right now in this time when the gym is closed and everything else? What should be people doing right now?
I do think like it's a big opportunity right now because so many eyeballs are on the app, and just people are just browsing it, so they're consuming way more content. So it's a good idea to be on there, especially to be on there every single day, because every day the feed refreshes. So you can't just rely on one post for the week or one post every other day. So you need to be on there pretty regularly. So just to be in front of your audience, because like if you just post once and then like they might forget about you. So yeah, multiple times on your Instagram stories, so like you bump yourself up in the front, and multiple times on the feed as well. So those, like being consistent is really important.
Okay, so what questions do you guys have about Instagram? First of all, let's do this like a Q&A. What are your biggest questions about? I know one person already asked about how to get like leads, or how to get turn followers into leads. But just drop us your questions right now, guys. If you ask us your specific questions on Instagram, we can really tailor it around that. Otherwise, let's start with, I suppose we've got to look at, there's going to be, setting up your profile. There's going to be getting followers. There's going to be turning those followers into leads. And then there's probably going to be talk or questions about what exactly do I post, like how to actually make content. Do you guys have any questions around those kind of things? Adam's asking, how can I engage non-members with a view of turning them into leads? Susanna's asking about content type. Should we always post photos of ourselves? That depends how good looking you are, I guess. In my case, probably not. Okay, cool. So do you want to start there? Maybe you talk about some of the basics people should be doing on setting up their profile first of all and just getting it optimized.
Yeah, sure. So in the profile, there's like the main like two things to think about is your headline, which is like the bold part of your account. So over there, like you should state that you're a trainer or you're a gym owner, or your town, that if you're local, so that people can recognize that you're like locally based. So any keyword that relates that you're a gym or that you're a studio or whatever it is like that in your industry, in your space. So like if you're a yoga trainer or like some sort of like kettlebell person, so like you could put those keywords in there plus the name of your city, so that way your page can get ranked in terms of search for that, so that you'll get more views and more like when people search your town or search like kettlebell, your account is going to pop up in the Instagram SEO. So that's the first thing that I would do. And then the second thing would be to include the offer that you have now in your bio, and to put like some sort of call to action to tell them what to do next to get that.
Are you able to show any examples of this as well? Like, can you share your screen or an example of a good like profile that's doing this stuff?
Let me see.
Adam's asking, would you change that description based on all of us now being at home?
Yeah, I would change something in the bio to say that you offer something at home, like an at-home program or some sort of sessions that you offer online. I would definitely include that inside the bio, not the headline. So I would include that. Trying to find an example.
Who's got a good Insta presence and fitness? I mean, ours is okay. I think amazing, but
Oh, my audio is a bit choppy. I don't know. Can't hear you properly.
is it someone you recommend I could find on my Instagram and have a little look? I can share my screen. Or I can even just put up one of our pages and then you can give us a little critique if you want and see what we can do about it.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't
You
know
guys
if I
like
can
that? Share one of our accounts and then get our Instagram asshole ripped by Leon live. Okay, cool guys. So you can all see this on the screen.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who is that with that amazing background? Who's at the beach right there? Someone's having a good quarantine time. Is it a real background? Okay, there's a virus out there, don't you know? Right. Okay, Leon. So you guys can see this, right? So I brought up our Transform Hub Instagram for the moment. So what are some of the things you're pointing out here that we're doing right, or that we could even change and make even better?
So I would include something that you guys have like. Do you guys have like an online option right now?
Yeah, we have, yeah. So we need to update our Instagram, right? And
yeah. So I would edit that. So like you know where it says ladies join our 6-week challenge? So that part should be like the 6-week online challenge or something right now. Or I don't know what the name of your program is, so but should be like included right there.
Okay. Yeah, so this might even be going to our old link, maybe. We do have a new offer up right now with Facebook ads and stuff. I'm not even sure if this is the online one. Maybe it's not. Okay, so we can, that's one point we can do, yeah?
Yeah, that would be it. I wouldn't change anything else. Like it would be just that for right now, because the rest looks good. Because we already like did the Preston. We said who it's for by saying ladies only body transformation center in Preston, so that people in Preston who see this, they're gonna be like, wow, oh wow, I should definitely go here.
Okay.
Like consider here.
And we have a men's gym too. We've also linked the men's one, which goes to the men's hub, which brings us to our men's Instagram page then.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Similar thing. Okay, cool. And so people can update their bios. They want to have a link in there, say who it's for. Okay, cool. And then next we have here is the highlighted stories, right? So I know you talk a lot about that.
Yeah, so for the highlighted stories, they're good because they stay longer than 24 hours. So you can introduce yourself, you can introduce your staff, introduce your programs and offers so that people can get familiar a bit more with how you guys work and a bit about the people that are inside it so that people just can get familiar and just get a quick introduction to you and your team, and get an idea of what happens inside day to day, or what they can sign up for.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a few of these. We've got, yeah, I like to think of these as just like tabs on a website. So if Instagram is like a web page for you, and these are the tabs you usually direct people to and show them. So we've got, what's this one? So that's like our overall promo videos, and we use those for Instagram story ads sometimes. Then we have like the team. So we've made these highlight stories up with like meet the team, so they can flick through here and see our team and what they all do. This needs updating because we've fired a few people and they're not here anymore. But yeah, you see the gist of that then, guys. It's like people can flick through and see, get to know a bit about us and all this kind of thing.
Yeah, just to get an aspect of the community, how the vibe is inside.
So what would you say are like, maybe to start people with like 3 highlighted story reels like that? What are like 3 ones you think all gyms or PTs should have up there?
It should be like the introduction one, where imagine someone is coming to you for the first time and they have no idea who you are, what you do. What do you tell them? So like the first like 2 minutes of that conversation, put that in there, definitely.
Okay. And just say like what we do or
yeah,
about us or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. What you do, what you cover, how you can help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then a quick call to action if you want to join us, or like if you are just exploring or something, send us a chat, send us a DM, or check the link in the bio to apply, and we'll get you started or see if you're a good fit.
Cool. And what about like 1 or 2 other highlight stories that are really good that you could have?
Another one could be when you talk about your specific offer, or like if you have like a front end offer, or you have like something that's free, or you offer like a free guide that is that leads to your offer. That could be the second one.
Okay. Now, Susanna's asking, should these be videos? No, these are just stories. So I just showed you an example. Look, these are just stories. They're images. Some can be videos. It's a story, Instagram story. So on stories, you can post videos. Um, okay, some will be images, photos. So on a story, is everyone clear what a highlight story is, by the way? I'm not sure if people have been explained properly. Like, so when you make stories on your newsfeed, they disappear after 24 hours. When you make an Instagram story, it goes after 24 hours. But you can save and archive certain stories into what we call like a highlight reel. And so, and these are the ones you can pin to the top of your profile here that stay forever. So when you make a story, okay, you can make it, you can post a video, you can post photos. There's all multiple different layouts and cool other things you can do now as well, but it's mostly going to be text, photo, or video is how you make a story. So you can use any of those, but as long as it does what it says and it tells a story, that's the key point here. It's meant to tell a story about something, not just a photo of this is our gym. That's not a story. That's just a photo. But when you put a few of these things together and get creative, you're able to, you know, like Leon said, have that kind of conversation almost of what is your prospect going to be thinking about when they come to your page, and you know, how can you then show them through a collage of photos and videos and text what you actually do, and then lead them to go back and click that link in your bio. So that's what we mean. We're making Instagram a story reel like this. Cool. Okay. So, and what about maybe like one other one being like a gym tour or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. So you bring them along saying like, imagine they just came in, like where would you bring them? What would you show them? What are the essential things for them to know? What areas do they have access to? And like what sort of equipment, or like a brief general idea of what it's like, or like what to expect when they come in terms of where things are, or yeah, maybe they need to meet a few people and just give them a few like little hints on like, or tips on how to go through like when they come in the first time.
Yeah. Cool. And again, guys, I would just, the simplest way to look at this is as well is just look at these like tabs on a website. So if you already have a website and you have like an about us, what we do kind of page, just take each of the most important bits of information from that page and ask how you can turn that into an Instagram story. Right? So could you break that, if you have a one page of text on your website, could you just break that down into photos, videos, and shorter text bits that in a sequence say the same thing? So if someone is pressing the button, pressing to go through a story, it should be the same as if they're reading down a website. It should be the same kind of communication, if that makes sense to people. So okay, so that's Instagram stories. You can have what you guys do. You can have a gym tour, maybe like some results or something, or testimonials.
Yeah, definitely that one. So like if you have some client testimonials recorded, you should definitely like post a few up there and tag the members. And if you don't yet, then you should start considering to record some client testimonials or ask people to do that for you. Like it can be like a 10-second thing, or it could be just a picture of their progress, and then you add their little like text over it. They don't necessarily need to be video, but video transfers way more information to other people. So you're trying to get a video if your client is comfortable with that.
Cool. Okay, so that's stories, highlight stories. Then what questions do you guys have so far on that before we move on? Anything else? Okay, so basically that's important, guys, because look, if you don't get this bit done first, this is like your bio optimization up here. If you don't get this right, think about it. If we waved a magic wand and sent you 1 million people to your Instagram account tomorrow and you didn't have this optimized, you would lose most of those people, right? Because they'd come here, they wouldn't see anything, they would have no reason to engage with you, and there would be nowhere for them to go if they were interested in working with you. So it's super important to get all these things optimized. Your bio is going to tell a person quickly, you know, Is it for them? Should they stick around? Where do they go next? And then if you can guess the next couple of questions they have on their mind, then you can answer those questions with your highlighted stories just below. Like, who are we? What do we do? Meet the team, see some results, check out our facility, all those story ideas that Leon just gave you. Then people will just feel a lot more comfortable and get to know you a lot better and will engage more in the first few seconds of landing on your profile. So that's super important, because if you don't do that, then it doesn't matter how many followers you get. It doesn't matter how much content you post. If you're bringing people back to a rubbish profile, you're just actually wasting a lot of your time. So once that's out of the way, then we can kind of actually look at the posts on the feed. And this is where it really opens up, because there's so many ideas of things you can do. But Leon, like, what do you think? I mean, if I look at what we've got here, we've got like testimonial posts. We have a mix of like inspiration or testimonial posts. We have a lot of engagement posts where we just show like what's happening in our gym, sharing news and things like that. Then we have some informational posts, like with actual content and tips on them. Any other kind of posts? Like, what kind of posts do you see like work the best on Instagram usually?
Some videos of people working out, because I know you guys show a lot of that on your stories, but I think people should see that more on the feed as well. So like people working out, or like some people who are doing like circuits or something like that, and or just people doing really simple exercises and just showing those things, just to show a bit of the action that's currently going on inside.
Yeah. Okay. And good question from Adam here. Says, I own a gym and I'm a bit concerned about how I'm going to attract people into the gym after the COVID-19, because the videos I'll be posting won't be at the gym. And yeah, of course, like the thing with social media, guys, is you have to post relevant content. So we're not posting photos about the gym right now because we're not in the gym to make those photos, right? But maybe we post photos saying like, here's a picture from last month at the gym. We miss it and can't wait to go back. So the point with social media content on any platform, you have to post relevant stuff. So in this next month, if you're selling an online workout, then you need to make posts that are gonna, get people into your online workout, right? And so it may involve a picture of the gym, it might not, but but nothing here. Most of what we post doesn't show the gym. No gym picture, no gym, no gym, no gym, no gym, no gym, no gym, no gym. One picture in the gym, but it's not even a gym picture. It's just highlighting a client. So that is not even relevant to the gym. No gym, no gym, no gym. Okay, here's this one. They did a workout today. So that's probably the first gym specific picture we've actually got on there for in the last 12 posts, 15 posts. So do you see what I mean? It doesn't actually we're not posting like, here's our gym, this is what our barbell looks like, because no, that's not even content. It doesn't matter if you have a gym or not. It's about the people. It's about your team. It's about you. It's about your clients. Nothing. We're not saying here like post a photo of your gym, because that's not content. That's totally irrelevant. So yeah, that shouldn't really matter to you guys. I just wanted to touch on that.
Susanna had a good point.
But yeah, when you're back in the gym, yeah, you'll take more photos that will have the gym in the background. And if you've got a nice looking gym, you can emphasize it. But right now, no, you're not. I mean, but you could post a picture. We could take an old photo. I put up an Instagram story last night from our gym saying, I miss this place, can't wait till we can open again. Like, that's relevant, right? Like, why can't, I'm putting photos on Instagram now of all memories of being outside and traveling, coffee shops that technically I'm not doing right now, but you can make it relevant. You see what I mean, guys? So really don't overthink it to the point of like, if there's a gym in my photo, is it bad or not, right? As long as you're making content with the intent to help people and give valuable, give them some inspiration, give them some education on something, or just create some engagement, then it doesn't really matter what's in the photo or what's not in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, Susanna said about something.
Look at this one, right? This is one of our recent posts here. It's James, my partner, and Ben, our head coach, photoshopped onto Mr. Motivator's black body, right? Do you think, is that a good post to put up, right? So you have a lot more freedom on here than you think you might do, guys. So.
And like, don't be scared to take like imperfect action. I think that's the most important part, because like, if you're scared to like make the perfect picture to post, then it's going to take you longer to post the like important information. So that's going to delay you, and then you might skip a few days because you're still polishing up that one post. But the more posts you make that are not perfect, but you get the message out there, I think the better it is for your clients and audience, because you're serving them faster and you're serving them in a way that like.
And I think Gary Vee talked about this recently. He put a post. It's like your Instagram is not an art gallery or something.
Yeah.
And I think there's still a big mindset on Instagram that people still think it's this super artistic, I've got to put amazing portraits of myself. Every photo has to be a fucking masterpiece Photoshop of me doing something absolutely amazing in the world. But if you're one of the people doing that, you're actually just kind of part of the problem on Instagram, of people just sharing like what, not real life. Most people are just sharing the highlight reels on Instagram, and their life doesn't actually look like that. So yeah, I think don't look at Instagram as this big artsy collage masterpiece kind of thing. I would just look at it like Facebook or any other platform, where if your photo is good enough on Facebook, you can put it on Instagram. It's people aren't coming to Instagram to follow you because they want to see an artistic photoshopped version of your face. They're on Instagram the same reason they're on Facebook. They just want to find some entertainment and learn something. So I think it's important that the image, you can do things in the image to make it stand out and grab more attention, by using certain colors or text or things like that. But as long as you don't have that mindset that it's this super artistic thing that you've got to be like a graphic designer to be able to use. I think that's like the mentality a lot of people still have around it. Have you seen the same thing with that, Leon? Or?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. And Susanna says here, most of them look like galleries, like the Victoria's Secrets models. And yeah. And look, for a lot of people on Instagram, it's a good place if you're someone who's, aesthetically pleasing, let's say, and it's a visual image-based medium, then yeah, it makes sense. It's a good place for you to take photos of your body and your face if you look good, and if that's what your business is all about, right? But that's not everybody. That's not everybody on Instagram. So there's people that only have sunset photography on Instagram. It doesn't mean that because we run a gym, we have to take photos of the sunset. That's just how some people like to do it. So yeah, don't think you have to be a model or anything like that. Just because models have primarily been some of the most successful people on Instagram doesn't mean that it can't be used in other ways as well if you're not a model. Okay, cool. Any other questions on content, guys, or what else would you suggest here, Leon?
Well, if you guys have recently updated your bio, or that you updated your offer about your adapted new service to go online, then that should be a post. Like update people about that and tell them, oh guys, I updated the link, now you can apply to it. Like that could be a post. So anytime you update something, or you have some new news, like don't just share it like on as a story, but use your feed as well. And that could be the post of the day, you know?
Yeah. Let me go over to our Evolve page. I think that's probably more updated. We do a lot more active on there. So I'll have a team meeting with the guys at Transform Hub today and ask them why the Insta hasn't been updated in a while. But here on Cardiff, we're a bit more updated. So like here, guys, who are posting about our online workouts already.
Nice.
Where did we kind of make the change? So this was back in the gym. That was March. Then we made the announcement.
Hey guys, Stu from Evolve Fitness here. Hope you're all doing well. Just thought I'd shoot a quick video to let you know where.
This is our closing the video announcement.
A lot of uncertainty at the moment.
The outtakes.
Okay, a lot of uncertainty out there in the world. I'm repeating myself because I'm a fucking the uncertainty. Hey guys, Stu from Evolve Fitness here. Hope you're doing well. I've got a solution. No, I haven't. Hey guys, Stu from Evolve Fitness here. Hope you're all doing well. Big stress, a lot of fear going on. Okay.
So that was Stu trying to make the announcement about our closing the gym because of the virus, and so anyone who thinks you have to look perfect on Instagram, it's actually the opposite. That was
he was showing that he was like a real human, you know.
Yeah. So that was for the video we made for our Facebook ad. Our Facebook ad video has the actual video, not the outtakes. I think. But then we started going online, going outdoors for a couple of days, and then now we've got our clients onto Zoom. So talking about the updates. So you see now obviously we're not posting about our gym, we're posting about our clients doing it on Zoom. You can join us. So we're just dropping the updates of what our clients are doing every day. And we're having lots of social activities and stuff we're doing as well. So, the lockdown won't beat us. Keeping the community together. What's this one? So showing how many calories we can actually burn with an online workout. And what are the stories right now? So Leon, you mentioned about clients like tagging things.
Yeah.
But we've got our clients to tag us on Instagram. We're doing a press up challenge today. They have to tag another member and have the other member do the push-up challenge at home, and they tag another person then.
This is really good for getting referrals and getting other sources of traffic to your page, because like every time these people these members are sharing those and tagging your account, they're sharing it with their audience. So you're getting more exposure just by saying that to your clients.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got our highlight stories here. So I think what you'll see between the two, this is what it shows, there's no best way to do something. In this gym, we have a lot less, it's not as aesthetically. This account isn't as like aesthetically good as the Transform Hub one, but the activity engagement is on here, more. And really, that's what really counts. It's not about how good the page looks. It's about how effective is it and how much of people actually, how consistent are you and how much are people engaging, right? So just goes to show that, guys, so it doesn't have to look perfect at all, right? And so, we've got a big mishmash of all types of posts on here. Nothing looks clean. Nothing looks amazing. It just goes to show, like, you can, don't worry too much about what you post. Just start posting is the main thing.
One of those questions.
Okay, Adam asks, Facebook followers or Insta, which platform would you concentrate on the next 30 days? Both. And YouTube, and a podcast, and your Facebook group, all of them. You don't choose, guys. You know, like you have such an amazing opportunity here to get organic reach to all people in your community. Why would you choose one? Right, you know, guys, and you know, I'm along with Gary V. If you aren't even posting 50 pieces of content a day, you're not even doing organic marketing yet. That's the simple truth of it, guys. So you need to build your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, Facebook group, Facebook page, you know, your Instagram, all of it, all of it. If you take marketing seriously, you'll do all of it. And Facebook ads, and Instagram ads, and Google ads, whatever you can afford, guys. Marketing aggressively as shit, right? Okay, as I can't concentrate on more than one.
I completely agree.
Well, you know, there's ways around it, guys. You know, you can still do. There's people I know with 5 kids who can do this, right? So, you know, if you can post more if you connect your Instagram to your Facebook account. Every time you post an Instagram story, it doubles up as a Facebook story, right? You can make something for Facebook and then just modify it in five seconds and make an Instagram post from it. You know, so really there's no excuse to say for any reason you can only do Facebook or Instagram. And if you choose to, that's cool, but you'll just be getting 1/10 of the results that other people will be getting. And that's okay if you're okay with that. But otherwise, guys, just you can find a way to make it work, get the time. There's no excuses really, guys. You know, at the end of the day, we can always find, it takes you 15 seconds literally to make an Instagram story. You know, literally 15, so you can do a maximum 15-second video to make an Instagram story. So, you know, there's really no excuse not to be able to do it. And the cool thing is, the more you practice, the faster you're gonna get. So it might be a bit longer in the beginning. I think it took me about 10 minutes to make my first ever Instagram post, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was overthinking it. I didn't know what the buttons do, like, you know. But now, like literally, you know, I think I've posted probably 15 stories from this morning already, you know, in one of our businesses. We're running multiple businesses. So yeah, just get into it and practice. The more you practice, the faster you'll get, and the easier it's going to be just to repurpose content over. Okay, and then Susanna's asking about hashtags, which is the usual next question.
I would not worry too much about hashtags right now. Like we can go in depth about hashtags, but it's not really necessary in terms of your energy and effort. If you have like a local audience, then try and find as many local hashtags as you can, looking at other people who are in your area. So that could be like a quick little hack that you could do. Look up your city name and then fitness at the end, or fit, and then try and see what other people in the top feed are sharing, and just try and get inspired from that. And just have like a couple of those, or like include some things about your city, your local. And I would just stick with that and have like a handful of those little hashtags on hand for like every post, and then just rotate them and tweak it. Like if you're doing a push-up challenge on one post, just include like something push-ups with that. Doesn't matter how many. Well, as long as you don't go over 30 hashtags, you should be good. But I wouldn't go full out, like all in depth on hashtags right now. I would focus more on creating the content, and then the hashtags, you add in like 5 or 10 of them, and you just stick with that for now. And back to like the posting stuff, if you're fearing to post too much, consider how often you'll see people on the news feed. Like Instagram is gonna curate that for people. So like if you're posting like 5 times a day, Instagram is not gonna post back to back all your posts on a person's news feed. They're gonna show different things at different times. So so don't worry about posting too much either. So I would focus the energy more on the content than the hashtags.
Okay. Yeah, and I think consistency again is the main thing, right? Like, and you suggest like to be posting at least once a day on the feed.
Yeah, at least once. If you can do it twice, that's really good. And then a couple times on stories, like 5 to 12 times on stories or more if you can.
Okay, so let's give people some like simple action steps to go in as homework, right? So posting 1 to 2 times a day on the feed.
Yep.
Maybe once in the morning, once in the evening.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And you know, if you guys want ideas, you could just simply break it up into one, maybe inspirational post, which could be a success story, a testimonial, or just even something with you talking about a video or a post about you, maybe just sharing something more inspirational, like not a how-to, but more of a why post, like why do something rather than how to do something. You know, like an inspirational post could simply be, I could do me out of my balcony right now, or the photo of the Zoom one here. This is more like an inspirational post. I could show a photo of our clients on Zoom saying, no lockdown is going to stop us at working out. What's your excuse? You know, inspirational post, right? It's more about like the why behind doing something. And in the evening, we could put like a how, as in, you know, maybe what workout did we do with our clients, or here's, you know, here's 4 nutrition tips or here's a home recipe you can make at home. One thing to be careful of, guys, as well, is watch, have a good look at your insurance, because it's actually against most insurance policies for fitness professionals. If you give on Instagram, I see a lot of people will put a workout and say, try this workout at home, you know, 3 rounds of burpees, 2 rounds of squats. And actually in most insurance policies, you are actually not covered if you put something on Facebook or Instagram like that and say, go and do this workout, somebody goes and does it and they break their ankle and sue you, you actually wouldn't be covered. So you do have to look at your insurance policy carefully, or talk to your insurance provider about your liabilities around that. And so make sure if you do post something like, here's a fun workout you can try, that you put a disclaimer on it that says, you know, we're not prescribing this, or we do not endorse you do exercise, you know, only do exercise or with a, you know, under the observation of a professional coach or something like that. Because if you just say that, and it's not usually a big deal, but now with everyone going online, everyone doing home workouts and being a recession, people are looking for more reasons to sue you and have any kind of litigation they can. So it's just really good to be prepared for that, because it just takes one crazy person to try and cause a problem, and then it opens a domino effect where if one person realizes they could sue you for that, then 20 more people will jump on the bandwagon as well and claim that they all got hurt doing the workout that you suggested. So maybe go back through, if you've made posts like that before, go back through your posts and modify or delete them, and just be careful when you're saying things like that. You know, like you can say, hey, this is the workout we did with our clients. We did 4 rounds of squats. We did 2 rounds of push-ups. But you're not telling them, go and try this at home. You're just saying, this is what we did. And you can prefix that with an asterisk of saying, you know, make sure you work out with a professional, as not to cause injury or anything. If this is not a prescription, we're not saying you should do this exercise. And if you do try it, make sure you're doing it under supervision of a professional. And that disclaimer should avoid any potential threats then. So that's an important point for Fit Pros as well. But that's 2 types of posts you can do. You can do inspiration, you can do education-based, like give a couple of nutrition tips, fitness tips, or whatever. A good one right now as well is a good one that will get really good engagement now is how to use everyday objects at home, or how, like, certain body weight exercises you can do at home if you don't have equipment. And so, you know, I've got my thing right here, I've got my broomstick. This is my my things do like my shoulder mobility exercises and drills right now. I put this across 2 chairs and do inverted rows. I could clip like 2 heavy water bottles on each side, and I could use it as a barbell. Showing people like tips and things like that of things you can do is pretty useful right now as well. Cool. On to stories then. So that's 2 posts on the newsfeed. Then you guys can do, what was it, 5 to 10 stories, you said, Leon?
Yeah.
And what are some ideas or examples for stories that we can do?
So let's say you are preparing to go live or to do a live stream, and then you can tell people what you're about to do before it, or like how you're preparing for it, or like what exercises you're about to do, or like what the theme is of that. Or it could be your morning ritual in terms of that's related to your page, so like fitness stuff, or like maybe you stretch every morning, maybe you make yourself a coffee, maybe you have your protein shake before your workout, or something like that that initiates the start of your day, so that people can like start conversations around. So I would start off with a couple of those, and then another one could be during your live stream, or like let's say you checked in with a client, and maybe you do a summary of what you guys just talked about, or like maybe include some of the topics that you chatted with through like a email recently, or yeah, stuff like that's revolving around the client, around the topics of what you're currently doing for your clients.
Cool. Yeah, and an easy way to remember this, guys, if you make a 1-minute video, if you do a video on stories and you put the video on, you can only do 1 minute. So that's at 15 seconds per story. So you can do 4 stories in 1 minute. A 1-minute video creates 4 mini stories. So yeah, to get your content count, if you did a 1-minute video in the morning, like Leon said, like, hey, here are my thoughts for the day, you know, it's about staying positive or doing whatever, or what you're going to do today. And then you did 1 more video at night, at the end of your day, another 1 minute with, this is what happened today, it was really cool, I taught this, I taught that, here's some tips from the day, some lessons learned. Then just doing 2 minutes of video like that, you've now got 8 stories. Like literally in 2 minutes of just holding up a camera and pressing a button. So you see guys, like there's really, it's so easy and not time consuming to do this if you just don't be a perfectionist about it. You know, so yeah, that's how you can get 2 feeds and 8 to 10 Instagram stories in less than 3 minutes in your day, probably, to do those stories. Simple as that. And then obviously the last thing will be setting up the bio, right? And getting all these, get the bio right and the highlighted stories.
Yeah, and another thing I would add for those, well, I don't know if we have time to discuss it, but to turn the people that are following you into leads.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone asked that here. So there's something on when you do an Instagram story, you can use a poll feature. So this is when you give people an option, like a choice, say yes or no. So so if you're offering something, or you're showing bits and pieces of what happens when you're training someone, or you're doing your live stream with your whole team, then you tell people, hey, would you like to join, or like who's interested in joining this? And then you can just put a poll and be like, yes or no, or like me, or not ready yet. So you'll get some information, you get some hands up, because some people are not going to be they're going to be shy about reaching out to you. So maybe this could be a good way to prompt your followers and people who are actively viewing your stories to raise their hand. And then from the people that raise their hand, you just reach out to them and start a conversation and see if how you guys can work it out together.
Yeah, because you get straight into the DMs then, right? So if you make a story, you put that poll in there with like Leon said, you know, send me more info. And that's the 2 options I like to use for that as well. I don't put a yes or a no. I'll usually say like a yes or tell me more. And whichever one they answer then, the one that say yes, it gives you an option there to direct message that person. So it'll say 10 people said yes, give me the link to your Zoom workout. And you can then DM each of those people right from the poll and say, hey, you asked for it, here's the link, how's it going? And then straight away, you've got a lead, you're in a one-to-one conversation with someone. And the ones who say, tell me more, same thing, you message those guys, cool, what questions do you have? Answer the questions, then give the link. So it's actually pretty easy to get into a conversation with people through Instagram when you do it like Leon just said there. So maybe every day, try and get at least one poll a day into your stories where you're actively asking for the engagement and for people to reach out and connect with you. And then from there, from the DMs, that's where you get people into conversations, and from conversations, you make sales. So Leon, aren't you on the Gary Vee show today?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's starting in a few seconds. So
yeah.
we're going to wrap up there. Gary Vee is going live, and Leon's been approached to do a Q&A. So you're going to be able to ask Gary Vee a question or something, right?
Yeah.
Just don't be like those morons on the show who they get on with Gary Vee and they just spend like 10 minutes telling their life story. And I'm like, dude, like ask the guy a question. You've got one of the smartest guys in the world here, and they're just like talking about like their mum or their parents or whatever. And I'm like, God, like, it's crazy. But all right, well, thanks, Leon. If you guys have any other questions, drop us on Facebook or wherever, or you can contact Leon. Leon offers services and has loads of programs and other content and free audits and all other kinds of stuff you can do. So if you want more help implementing this or a bit more specific guidance, we're only able to give like a rough overview here in 1 hour. But if you want to get deeper into this, connect with Leon, send him a message, have a chat. Leon will be able to help you out further. And yeah, thanks for coming in as always. I'll let you run along to Gary Vee since you've been waiting a while for that.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, thanks, guys, for coming on and for asking your questions, especially you, Susanna, because I know that we chatted earlier. Yeah,
Susanna's awesome. Susanna's here like every day watching my live streams. It's pretty awesome. I've got like a real long-term subscriber person. All right. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that then. We're going to wrap this up now. Any other questions, shoot them to me. Have a great day. See you guys soon.
See you guys.